through of the app today. So you open up the app and here comes your home screen. We've got everything laid out here for your meals that are synced up with MyFitnessPal. We've got your workout. Uh, if it's a day that you're supposed to be doing your check-in, then you're going to see things like take your progress photos, track your body stats, and then we'll have some goals and habits. So we'll dive into all of that here and things that I want you to just kind of be aware of as we move through this app. So let's get started. As you can see, of course, up here at the top, 4 meals added. That means that I've already pre-logged all of those meals into MyFitnessPal for the day. So everything is loading up and you'll see that things are turning yellow. So when you see it turn yellow like that, it means that you're within 10% of your goals. So as we can see here, calorie goal is 1931, protein is 130, carbs are 229, and fat is 55. So with that, you are going to have various ranges that I'm going to have you working within. For most of my clients, I like you to be within 100 calories of your overall calorie goal. We'll get into all of this more later, but on the app itself, it's actually going to turn yellow and tell you that you're adherent to your targets if you're within 10% of that range. So if it's just 10% of 1931, then you could literally be, 193 calories above or below these 1931 calories and still be considered adherent to your goal. So when we see stuff like that, that just tells us, hey, I'm looking pretty good. I'll have to log into MyFitnessPal and see if I still need to eat any more food or see if I'm still hungry or maybe I'm really full. I don't know. But the one thing that's lacking here for me specifically on this food data is it looks like fat's a little bit short because it's blue. So it has not yet turned yellow, which means I'm a little bit short on whatever my fat goal is for that day. So pulling that up, it just gives me a breakdown here of my macros. So as I can see, I still might be doing pretty good on my target goals, but I've still got plenty of calories left to play with, right? Because I've only eaten 1657, and to get to that 1931, I've still got 274 remaining. So again, that tells me things are green, things are yellow. All right, we're in good enough ranges, but we could be even better with those ranges. And I've still got, some food to play with. Still got a little bit more. Let's see, what do we have here? A little bit more protein I could play with. I've got 13 grams remaining. And for fat, we can see that that's not green because I'm not within my targets that I need to be. Still could eat 15 more grams of fat to get closer to that goal and still have 27 grams of carbs remaining to get closer to that goal of 229. So I implore you to sort of play around with the app, click on these things, get a little bit more feedback here, but you can also just use your MyFitnessPal app in order to see these numbers, of course. And then if I just scrolled over to the right, you can see here's the breakdown of my food logs for me, which should match up with what is in MyFitnessPal. Okay, so if you want to ever put any comments in here for me, well, really, these are mostly going to be comments for you yourself. Perhaps you need to leave yourself a comment like, oh, I had an untracked meal this day or something like that. I'll typically get those alerts, but it's not something that automatically pops up into my messages for me to respond to. So I have to accidentally stumble upon any comments that you write over there. So that is not typically the best way to get my feedback is by leaving it here. Typically, you want to actually click me down here in the bottom right in order to message me, and I will definitely get those. So yeah, that's where you want to go if you really want to talk to me about anything going on with those food logs there. More stuff that we can see here on this screen page, or sorry, on this home screen page. You could scroll over to the next day, see throughout the week so you can check and see when are my workouts planned this week? Do I need to move anything around? And we'll talk about what that looks like. But again, you don't have to just stay on today. You can scroll through the rest of the week. You can scroll back and see how the previous week looked for you, all that good stuff. Okay. So now let's go back to today. So as we can see, I've got a workout here. That's this blue, this challenge deload lower one. So we click on that. I could pull that up and literally see what my workout is supposed to be for that day. I can see I'm doing barbell hip thrusts. I'm doing 4 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Alternating dumbbell lunges, forward step, 3 sets of 10 per leg. So you get to see the breakdown of what you're doing in your workout, as well as the allotted rest times. And let's say all of a sudden I can't do my workout today. If I could press this start now, or if I wasn't able to record it with the app, I could mark it as complete. But let's say I cannot do this workout today, just don't have time. I still need to get it in sometime this week, but it's not going to happen today. Well, I'm just going to move it to another day. So press those top three dots in the upper right hand corner and move to another day. So let's say I'm moving this to tomorrow. Awesome. We're moving it there. We're good to go. And then let's go see, did I already have a workout scheduled for tomorrow? Sure did. So now I'm going to need to move tomorrow's workout, which was supposed to be this upper one. I'm now going to need to move that to another day, which will be Wednesday, because I know that Wednesday is typically my rest day. But unfortunately, I would need to make today my rest day. So now it's just moving things around. Shuffle them throughout your week as you need to. The most important thing is that you're getting those workouts done each week. So for instance, if you are someone who is working out 3 days a week, I want you doing those 3 workouts a week. No matter if you have to shuffle them, again, that's totally fine. They don't have to be on the specific days that I program them for you. When I program them, that is based off of the information that you give me when we set you up, okay? So other things that we can see here. Progress photos. So literally as easy as this. I already did my progress photos. They're already on my camera roll from this morning. So I just click on that, add photos. Okay, let's start. And I'm going to pick the front facing photo because that's literally what they're telling me to pick right here. So go back into the camera roll, add it. Now pick the side profile photo. Great, add it. Now pick the back photo. Easy as that. We are done because those are the pictures that I need from you each and every week so that we can compare what we're seeing in terms of progress. Because guess what? The scale, not always going to give us the full picture, no pun intended. So if you want to see your progress pictures side by side, just move your phone horizontally to that landscape and you're going to be able to see all the way back to those first progress pictures. It's going to compare your front photos, then compare your side photos, then compare your back photos. All right, so we can see the changes over the weeks that we're working together. And then if you ever want to like download the comparison, you can download it and save it to your phone, or you can email it to yourself. I don't know why you would do that. It's kind of weird, but yeah, always easy enough to do those pictures. And then for body stats, you're going to add in on your weekly check-in day, your body weight, for instance. So we're going to plug in your weight. If you know your fat percentage, great, go for it. And then we're going to have things like waist. I have no idea what these numbers are. I'm literally just plugging stuff in. But put in those measurements that you're supposed to do each week on your check-in day. If you want to do any extra measurements, please feel free to do so. Like, those are totally for you, but you know that I require 3 of them from you, which is more in your starting information, okay? So you can do these as often as you want, but they do need to be done once a week. Let's pretend that you don't have time to do them on your check-in day. Let's say your check-in day is on Tuesdays. Okay, if you have time on Sunday morning, do them on Sunday mornings. It doesn't matter to me specifically if it's done on the exact check-in day, but it does need to be done on a consistent weekly basis, and you have to do what fits best in your schedule. So for instance, for myself, I used to have to get up and work at 3 o'clock in the morning. So my Monday check-ins for my coach, there was no way I had time to set up my tripod and do all these measurements and take pictures before running out the door. So what do? I would do those on Sunday mornings or Saturday mornings instead, just when I had more time. So again, a weekly consistent basis. All right, so other things that you're going to see here, something like goals and habits. So this is a habit that I am working towards, and it is prioritizing self-care. So I can click on that. There's a little video down here this guy has. This habit focuses on improving your sleep health by practicing a bedtime ritual. So play that, get some feedback, and then of course there's some more learning stuff for you there. And so if I complete it tonight, then I will mark it as complete. So likely that'll be something that I would actually have to mark off tomorrow, just because that helps me to make sure that I did actually complete it before going to bed, okay? So we're going to see things down here like your steps, your sleep, weight, fat, photos, how many calories you're having, resting heart rate if you wear something that monitors that. Lots of good stuff down here for sure. But yeah, that's just all the stuff you can see on your home screen. Play around with it at your convenience. Next up, we've got So this right here is going to give you more of a forecast of what your week looks like. So as I was saying, if you need to check out your workouts and see if you need to move things around, and you can see like, oh crap, I've got a workout scheduled for Friday. There's no way I'm going to be able to do that on Friday. I'm going to have to actually do it on the weekend instead. Again, click on those three dots and you can move it to another day. So we're going to move that one to let's say Saturday instead, okay? And now let's see, we can look at these exercises, pretend that there's something in here that you're not going to be able to do. Let's say, oh, I can't do a reverse crunch because I know that that hurts my lower spine. So that's something that you and I should be communicating about. Please shoot me a message in that instance. But if you already know, for instance, that you cannot do a particular exercise because of lack of equipment available, or just because it's going to tweak something that's going on with your body, you can always sub out that exercise. So for instance, clicking those top three buttons, edit this workout, reverse crunch, I'm going to get rid of that. Well, I'm going to save it for now. 3 sets of 15 reps. Now I want to replace it with something else. So I'm going to click this exercise in the bottom right-hand corner. So I'm going to click on that. And I'm just going to look for a plank. I think a plank would be a great substitute instead. Awesome. Where can we find just a regular? Okay, there's a full plank. So we're going to add it. Done. And perfect. So now I'm going to do 3 sets, and I'm going to set the target for this one as being something that's challenging for me, right? So add notes for this exercise. We're going to go with like 30 to 60 seconds as the target. See if this saves. Okay, so 3 sets, 30 to 60 seconds, resting for 90 seconds in between. I don't want that because look up here. If I'm comparing it to the reverse crunch, I was only getting a minute of rest in between those. So going to edit this rest time to 60 seconds. All right, as easy as that. And now that I've replaced the reverse crunch with the full plank, I now have to get rid of that reverse crunch. So click on it and then the little trash can delete in the bottom, and now it's gone. I have substituted out that exercise for something that works better for me, saved it, and now that'll be ready to rock for me when I go to do that workout. Okay, so as you can see throughout the week, I've got prioritized self-care as a habit that we are working on, or rather a goal, or yeah, a habit, I guess, that we're working on each and every day. So every day that I finish that, I'm going to want to make sure that I check that off. Now let's move on. We've got our exercises here. So here's the plan, the various workouts we're doing. Again, if you want to pop up any of those workouts, anytime that I shoot you a message saying I've updated your training plan, you should be able to see here. Again, read the instructions. What do we want to do? What are we seeing for rest time? How many sets and how many reps? All that stuff. I want you checking out the workouts beforehand so that if you have any questions, you can ask them of me before it is time to do that workout. Because if you're in the middle of the workout and all of a sudden you have a question, it's just a lot less likely I'm going to be able to help you out with that, okay? Now we'll go over here. We've got our goals. So here's where you're going to see the breakdown of your goals for your macros, your calories, protein, carbs, and fat. And then you and I might be working on particular goals together. For instance, drinking a gallon of water a day might be one. So we can update the progress here. Thus far, we're going to go like a quarter of the way to my goal. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So update. Yeah, I've drank about a quarter of my gallon for the day, and that just shows we're doing good. So then when it's time, maybe I get to the end of the day and I hit my water goal. Awesome. Gonna update it and crushed it. Beautiful. As you can see, crushed my goal for the day. So again, this just keeps the momentum rolling with having things to be working towards, okay? Next, over here, we've got the the fork and knife. This is a meal plan. I don't necessarily update these for everybody on a very consistent basis. I'm not going to lie, because it's not important. It's literally going to be the exact same information you would see here with this little star. It would just be redundant to do these goals in the meal plan because that's exactly all that it is. Okay. Now, if we go to the bottom right-hand corner, again, you're going to see things for your profile, your settings, all that stuff, the devices you're connecting. If you are someone who's using an iPhone and you've got the Apple Health stuff, stuff going on, I want you to make sure you are doing this each week on your check-in day. You go to the Apple Health and you go to Sync Now. This is going to make sure that everything is synced up so that when I do your check-in, I'm seeing up-to-date statistics on everything that your Apple Health is synced with for this app. When it comes to your Fitbit, again, if you have a Fitbit, you're going to want to sync that each week. If you have a Withings scale, which I'm actually getting, I'll have more on that to come, but this will sync up all of your weigh-ins. So if you're weighing in several times throughout the week, that makes it really easy because then you don't have to add that information in there. The scale just uploads it for you, which is very nice, and why I'm excited to give it a try. Also, super, super important. Click on MyFitnessPal here. You're going to see this in your check-in form each week, but you click on that MyFitnessPal, you click Sync Now, and that will upload to make sure that everything is synced up from your MyFitnessPal account so that I can check out your food logs. That one is super, super important. So please do not forget to do that. Some other things to touch on real quick, because this is already taking way too long. Let's say you're doing other workouts besides just the workouts that I'm programming for you. If you're one of my training clients, you're going to click this plus button in the bottom right hand corner. Click plus, and let's say for a different activity today, you're doing like Orange Theory. You can add any kind of exercises you're doing, right? There's a ton of stuff in here: cycling, basketball, dancing. If you're doing something like a group fitness class, click on fitness class, and then all we put in here, mark as complete, and we can put in the amount of time. Let's say it was a 1 hour Orange Theory class. Now I'm going to click this little speech bubble up here at the top right, and I'm going to put in there as a comment, OTF. All right, as easy as that. That lets your coach, me, know what that 1 hour fitness class was, and we are done. Save it. Boom. So now that keeps those workouts uploaded so that I can see what you're doing week to week, day to day, so that we can watch any sorts of fluctuations and whatnot. Okay. So what else do we have on this plus button? This is where you can upload your weight. So let's say add to tomorrow. Okay. So just for tomorrow, let's pretend, or no, let's go to a different day. Let's go to Saturday, not tomorrow. So we're going back to Saturday, and we're going to add in a body stat. So let's put in our weight for Saturday, because remember, I need 3 weigh-ins from you each week in order for us to look at better averages and stuff. So that's literally all you had to do. Put in your weight from whatever that date was. Good. Now it's been uploaded. So now it'll show up on there so that I can see you're consistently weighing in more than just once per week. Because if we're just weighing in on our check-in day, there's a lot of stuff that went on over the past week. And I want to make my best educated decisions based upon what I'm seeing the scale fluctuations do throughout the week. So I think that's a good little rundown of the app. Of course, let me know if you have other questions, and play around with this so that you can get more practice with it and experience with it so that you feel confident and comfortable.